Greetings, citizens of Tetris. It is your old pal vandweller back with more stupid Tetris Monthly. No next box for July 2025. Oh my god, who put that bear there? It's ridiculous. Yeah, pretty excited for this one. Let us take a look at what we are doing in this stream. We're actually going to have two more. So this and another tonight. We'll walk you through the whole exciting and pleasing schedule. But what we are doing today is red. There's red. So it's going to be Steel versus Mari. Now, Steel, I don't know Steel from a hole in the ground, really, except for just being a chatter in the chat. I don't know Steel as a player. I don't know anything about Steel. I don't know if Steel has ever played Tetris. We're going to find out. So pretty excited for Steel, I think, to make their debut, at least in one of my streams. I don't think I've ever streamed them before. Couldn't find any match history. No idea. And then Steel has never played Tetris. All right, so there he is. And then Steel will be taking on Mari in round one. Everybody knows Mari. Mari used to make shorts on our YouTube channel, but then said, nah, this is minor leagues. We're going to go CTWC and make shorts. Of course, Mari running the Houston Regional in a month and a half or so. So that is a thing. So pretty excited to see Mari. Of course, Mari was the winner of the Taco Bracket in Lone Star in 2024 as well. And the winner of that will be taking on a legend, EFLAT7, aka Ella, who is a three-time Masters event winner and the back-to-back finalist, the runner-up back-to-back of our first ever Stupid Tetris Monthly Championships. So that is pretty exciting to have her back. And yeah, can't wait to see how this all turns out. Now I'm going to give you a look at the schedule. There it is, the schedule. So if you were on about an hour ago, Bendy versus Evesy, unfortunately one of the players had an issue that came up that was just unavoidable, so we had to postpone that one. Apologies for all of you who got jebaited, but that one will be rescheduled at some point. So yeah, so this STM with Steel, Mari, and E-Flat, that is what's going on right now. And then 5 hours from now at 11:59 p.m., that's my time, midnight, it's going to be Ghost, another player who I don't really know much about, versus Hepta. The winner will take on Zack Attack. And that is what we've got tonight. And then tomorrow, the only thing we've got scheduled for now, hopefully, is Corian versus Trap Zone, 10 p.m. my time. I'm in central U.S., Texas. That is 3 a.m. UTC on Sunday. So, yeah, pretty excited for that. Obviously, Corian coming back, competing, really doing anything is very, very exciting. Anyway, tonight, Steel versus Mari. Winner takes on E-Flat. And then later tonight, Ghost versus Hepta. Winner takes on Zack Attack. All right, let's take a look at our rules. And we have had a rule. Oh, that's the wrong rules. Hold on. Where are we? These are the rules. We've had a rule change since yesterday. After the first game, it became evident that if we're going to change to level 9 starts, we cannot have best of 7. So it is going to be best of 5, still with level 9 starts. This is a 32-player single elimination flat bracket tournament based on the 1989 version of Tetris released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System. And it's going to be best of 5, level 9 starts. Next piece preview is off, so no next box. We are not going to be doing same piece sets because we don't want players to, there's no next box. We don't want them cheating off each other's paper. Then it becomes not no next box. It's just look at your opponent's screen. If they're ahead of you, try to get behind. I mean, it's not fun. I mean, maybe it's fun, but it's not no next box. Anyway, players can play on any controller so long as there's no big buttons or turbo functions used, whether electronical or mechanical, biological turbo only. They can use console or emulator so long as the game mechanics, appearance, and statistics are unmodified. Players should not receive any, it says no in-game advice twice, which I must really not want you to do that. It says no in-game advice, no pausing twice, which is weird. So Obviously, when I edited this thing, I must have screwed something up. Anyway, do not receive any in-game advice. Do not pause. Remember, keep playing during tech issues. That is a thing. And the winner gets absolutely something, and that is a share in a prize pool, which has swelled to $74.09. We got a $1,000 target to pay our top 8. Otherwise, we're paying the top 4. Would love to be able to pay the top 8. We can only do it with your help because this is a 100% fan-funded prize pool. Use the Matcherino command if you're watching live on Twitch or on YouTube to bring up the links. One of them is labeled NNB or STM NNB, whatever. That is the one for this tournament. We still have some free contribution codes remaining, and all that means is you log into the website, click on a button, and it kicks in 25 cents. So let's try to finish those during the stream. That would be great. If you want to contribute to the prize pool, though, use that Matcherino command, click on the link. It'll open up a web browser to the landing page for this tournament with our prize pool partner, Matcherino. And top right hand corner is where you log in. You can use your existing Twitch or YouTube account to do that. And then there's an orange button that says contribute and contribute. So I know, yeah, I don't know. This is kind of a vote. If, you know, really these prize pool, if we support the prize pool, we'll keep doing it. If we don't support the prize pool, we probably won't keep doing it. So if you want to see more of these different modes, I think next month there's 2 or 3 that are kind of in my mind, or at least the next time we do it. One might be drought mode, like no bar mode, something like that. There's a couple other ones I want to do immediately that are on gym. So I don't know. If you want these kind of modes to keep happening, please do support the prize pool. If you want to support the channel, that is something you can do. I still got to update this slide. Not everybody's on it. A few people have joined in the last 7 days or so. I will get you on that slide. But thank you to everybody who's supporting us. And big shouts to Scott, Gray J in the window, K9, Tacky, Corporal Shelby, Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Cat Kit, and Mila. Without a channel, there is no stupid monthly, there's no regular monthly, there's no DAS Masters, no Tap Masters. And so, yeah, that is what you can do to support us on Patreon. If you want to support us in a different way, you can go to YouTube, do a super chat, do a sticker. You can become a channel member on Twitch. You can become a sub. You can do bits. You can gift a sub. You can get an Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime Gaming sub. So a lot of different ways to support us. You can use the support command and bring up all the different ways to support us. Alan Philip G says, I just tried the no box. Damn, it's hard. Yeah, it is. Okay, I think that is everything. I'm just going to go over blindly and see what we got over here. I don't even... Yeah, all right. I'm going to have to refresh these players' cams and all that. So what do we got? It's Masters seed number what? I can't even read. It's too small on my screen. Seed 19 and seed 30. All right, let me refresh these. I got to update one of the streams because we've got an alt in play here. I will update that in a moment. Let me just get this cam going. I'm aware of it, Tyler. Thank you. And we'll just fix these cams up. We'll get everything going and we'll feel good and happy. I could not find any matches for Steel in the database at all. So as far as I know, this is the first time Steel is played in CTM, maybe under some other name or something like that, but I couldn't find anything else. So that's pretty exciting. All right, let me get Mari's comp alt in there. And then we'll fix all that up. Wait, Mari, are you not on your comp alt? Oh, yeah, you are. So why is this not coming up? I don't... Oh, I know why. I know what I did. It's going to be... I got to figure out a way to... This is a constant struggle this month, actually. And I got to find an easier way to do this. Okay. All right, Mari's up. Okay, there's Mari. We'll fix the cam up. Mari, are you able to get like a standard background for your Tetris game rather than the translucent whatever? Is that okay? Am I a jerk for asking you to do that? Am I a big jerk? Thank you. Appreciate it. And it's not that I'm against it. It's just that I'm against it. Thank you. I mean, I am against it, but if I, and you know, sometimes I might be in the mood to let it slide, but if I ever let it slide, you know, people are just going to abuse it and do the dumbest stuff, right? You know that. You know how people are. Oh, well, Mari did it. Why can't I do it? Look at that taco bracket winner. Look at that. What amazing accomplishment, taco bracket champion. All right, we got to color this the color of your like little thing there. All right, well, yeah, I'm just gonna keep the cameras are not balanced, but whatever. We'll just keep them like this. I'm happy with it. All right, players, remember, we're not going to be using same piece sets. So, you know, as soon as you are ready to start, what is the taco bracket? I will explain it when we begin. But basically it's silver bracket for Lone Star. Let me just refresh both of our players just to be 1,000,000% sure that we are on the same page. Thank you, Chen. Appreciate that. The bracket at Lone Star that got paid the most, more than most of the gold bracket, did it? I mean, but it was paid in taco gift certificates. Right? You had to go to Torchy's. Vending machine dweller. You know, it's kind of one of my big regrets that as a child I did not get stuck in a claw machine. Like, I saw a news story about a kid being rescued from a claw machine, and I was like, damn, I wish I had done that. You didn't notice. That's okay. All right, looks like both players are ready. Remember, these are level 9 starts. We're not doing same piece sets. It is going to be best of 5. And that is what we are doing. So it looks like both players are ready. I say let us get them started. Steel and Mari, round 1, red bracket. Stupid Tetris Monthly, no next box. Let's hope both of these players have their next box turned off. If you accidentally have it on, just turn it off real quick on the first piece. Okay. Okay, good. And good. All right. Steel has begun. And Mari has begun. So we are playing no next box, level 9 starts. This is a challenging mode. I think sometimes players don't know how much they rely on the next piece, especially newer players or players that are closer to the beginning of their Tetris journey often say, oh, I don't play with the next box anyway, so I would be really good at this. And I'm like, oh yeah, well, go turn it off. And then they turn it off and they go, oh yeah, I can't do that. I must be looking at the next box. So the next box obviously is a one-piece preview piece that you get, on the basis of which you can sort of plan your placement of your current piece and start just mentally preparing where you're going to put that next one, and then just kind of over and over in a cycle. And when you don't have it, it's very distressing, and it can undermine you severely. So that's why we do start on level 9. And on the left side of your screen, it is Steel, seed number 19 from the USA, qualified in with a 331,000. That was the average of his best 2 games played in a 60-minute qualifier. And I can't find any match history for Steel at all. I don't know if Steel is played under a different name or what, but I could not find any other match history for Steel. So this is pretty exciting. If this is like Steel's first CTM match, maybe they've played community tournament or something like that. I couldn't find anything like that. So if anybody knows of some competitive history for Steel, please let me know. Of course, I know Steel as a prolific chatter, and supporter of the stream and chats in the stream and all that. So I don't know what just happened to my fact sheet here. It just totally went kaput. All right, let me reopen my fact sheet. So I don't know Steel's PB. I don't really know anything about Steel. All right, Hana says Steel has no data, although they did try and qual for Dasters once. Can't find Steel on Elo. So this is like a brand new, fresh player. 53,000 for Steel. Of course, has been in the chat for years, so it's great to bring someone into the fold, and hopefully we see more, more often, maybe in these kind of events. 73,000 for Mari, 68,000 for Steel. And on the right side of your screen, it is Mari, who qualified into seed number 30 with a 293,000 average of his best 2 games played in a 60-minute qualifying period. Mari is the winner of the taco bracket at our Lone Star live event in Austin last year. We had, a top 16 championship bracket, and then everybody else got put in the taco bracket. And Mari defeated me, right? Wasn't it me in the finals? Mari defeated me in the finals of the taco bracket. I couldn't very well win my own tacos. That would have been really bad. 72,000 for Steel, 88,000 for Mari. One row off the bottom, Tetris. Mari. Now, when level 10 comes, that is when the first speed increase is going to happen. That's going to happen at 100 lines. And it is a gradual speed increase, but it is definitely noticeable and does affect the players. And then every 10 lines or 20 lines, depending on which level it is, that speed is going to increase again. That would be like Scooty winning his own tournament. I agree. That would be ridiculous. $115 for Mari. I am aware that we do have some frames on one of our players' streams. I think that is on the player's side, so don't worry about that. We'll figure it out. But pretty tight one here. 112 for Steel, 116 for Mari. Mari also, the organizer of the Space City Regional that he organized kind of in the absence of the Lone Star CTM event. Oh, Mari going to hang that long bar in column 9, and that looks like, oh, no big deal. You can get that over. Yeah, can you get it over when you don't know it's coming? So this is actually very, very difficult situation. And at a certain point, you just got to start gambling, and the drought is not fun. This could be a top-out sequence, and Mari is going to hang that bar. That is a top-out at 128. So you can see that hang is not trivial at all, because you get droughted for a few pieces, and all of a sudden, you're in a position where you just got to guess, and you don't know when that bar is coming. That is very, very difficult. So the chase down target for Steel is 129. And a couple more lines here. So I think singles on this level are worth... And there we go. So Steel is going to take game number 1. Steel, do you have... Do you have like high or you have a high bit rate on OBS, because it's like starting to stutter? Like it makes me think that you have a high bit rate on OBS. Is that something you know how to turn down? If you don't know how to turn it down, it's fine. We'll just deal with it. That's fine. We'll just be okay with it. But yeah, when your bit rate is high, it over consumes like resources on your computer and makes it difficult to get all that data down the pipe there, down the internet. So it's 2000 right now. That's actually not unreasonable. It's not necessary, but it's not totally unreasonable. I mean, you could knock it down to like 1000 if you wanted to. It wouldn't affect our stream very much. It'd be a little grainier, but are you able to set it down to 1000 or no? If you're not able to, that's fine. You just did it. Okay. All right. We'll see how it goes. No big deal. When you're ready, go back to the level select screen. I'm just going to refresh both of our streams one more time just to be sure that we are caught up. All right, let's check if they are both on seed. Oh my God, they are. They're both on the Tetris seed. All right, so as soon as you are ready, if you can hit the select. All right, good. Also, your PB is B75 tap, B14 DAS on emulator. Nice. Love it. All right, looks like both players are ready. Game number 2. Steel is up 1-0. Mari looking to win this one to stay in. Not to stay in, but to tie it up. Sorry. I'm a little discombobulated today. I'm not sure why. I didn't get enough sleep. It is a best of 5, so the first player to 3 is the winner. I didn't finish introducing Mari, but I feel bad even saying anything about Mari because Steel has no facts. This is like competitive debut for Steel. But you may also know Mari from the Jonas Cup last year. Also played in bronze in the last 2 years of CTWC. We also saw Mari at the Boston Regional, the Blue Scooty Library Regional last year, Waco. We also saw Mari play in the level 12 tournament. And yeah, Mari does socials and shorts on YouTube for CTWC. And I hope they pay well. That's all I'm saying. I hope they pay really well. 36,000 for Mari, 14,000 for Steel. And they should pay well because they're doing great on shorts. I mean, they do. Oh my God. Crap. Man. Those shorts are doing great over there on CTWC's channel. I'm going through the I'm going through some training on a video editing software so I can learn to make shorts just as well as Mari used to make them for CTM. 61,000 for, but I got years to go before I can attain that level. $73,000 for Mari, 40,000 for Steel. Shorts comments are always some guy complaining about rolling, though. Oh, how rolling is cheating. Yeah, there's a few themes over in the shorts that, you know, listen, you got to bring new people into the game to keep it fresh. But on the other hand, you know, you're also bringing in, you know, you're bringing in the hoi polloi, right? You're bringing in regular people from the outside who know nothing about it, and they have all kinds of thoughts on all kinds of topics. 98,000 for Mari, 43,000 for Steel. Yeah, no, Mari does it for CTWC now, because CTWC, with their vast resources, can afford to, you know, put some resources behind it, and we really can't. Did you miss Steele's message about PBs? Yeah, I did see that, yes. And I said it out loud. All right, Mari, 102. 57,000 for Steele. Just 5 lines apart. There's a Tetris for Steele. Now, 2 lines apart. Steele at 69,000. Mario at 102. Winter says Mari got fired. Oh my God, are you kidding? Mari, very valuable person, knows a lot of stuff, and I wish I had 10 Maris. If I had 10 Maris, we could take over the world. 117 for Mari, 81,000 for Steele. RXS says, Mari was very kind and opened the door for me at the Boston Regional many times. Well, that's nice. 130 for Mari, 82,000 for Steele. By the way, thanks again, RXS, for the Prime sub. Zoop, zoop, zoop with the tier 1 sub says, shout out George Washington. Sage also resubbed on Prime. Says, hi, Vandy. Hello, Sage. So you can see Mari rolling. I'm not sure. Steele probably some combination of tapping and DAS, I believe. And on emulator, I believe. 122 for Steele, 161 for Mari. The line spin for Steele. Are you serious? Steele is very serious about winning this. Doing a no next box level 9 line spin. 10 out of 10. Tetris for Steele, 147. There's a Tetris Mari, 198. Now Mari is 14 lines ahead. Just 6 lines until that level 10 transition. The speed will increase. So we are 1 line away from Mari. It's not a huge increase. On level 9, the drop rate is 1 row every 6 frames. And on level 10 through 12, it's 1 row every 5 frames. So 10 through 12 are the same speed. And yeah, Mari kind of flipping out here. And oh my goodness. Now really in just kind of gamble mode. Gonna have to get lucky and get a bar and get it over. And he's gonna see what, okay, that's gonna be a top out at 206. So Steele with a chase down of 207. That is the target. And there's a double, and now he's up pretty high. So he's in the position of having to guess when a bar is going to come. There's a T-spin. There is a bar that gets over. That's going to be 189. Now, Tetrises on level 10 are going to be worth 13,200. On 11, they'll be 14,400. So, you know, more than a Tetris away right now. It's a Tetris and change. Is a good stack, and it's low. And now he's got some burns, so he can take some burns. Now doesn't have any burns. And he's kind of LJ dependent. Fills that in. Long bar gets over, and that is going to be enough. Steel is going to take game number 2 and go up 2 games to none. Okay, players, you can take a moment if you need it, but when you're ready, go on the level select screen and say you're ready. Yeah, but TYOW asked, what are the formulae for singles, doubles, triples, and E-flat, with the explanation in the chat. So if you want to see that in the Twitch chat. The one thing you got to remember is whatever level you're on, whatever the number says, the actual level you're on is really one higher because there is a level 0. So levels start counting at 0. So when you're on level 1, you're really on level 2 as far as scoring goes. And, you know, that's why 19 is an even 24,000 Tetris, right? Because it's really level 20 times 1,200. All right, looks like both players are ready. And Mari now has got to win this game to extend the match. All right, Mari with the push down points. Is this the single match of today? No, it is not the single match of today. The winner of this match will be playing Ella, aka EFLAT7. He's a 3-time Masters event winner and 2-time finalist in our STM championships in 2020 and 2021. The first multi-mode championship was in 2020. That was won by Hydrant Dude. The second one was in 2021. And that was won by Scotto Bozo. And Ella, our next player, was the runner-up in both of those. And all these stupid Tetris monthly, monthlies are going to feed into these sort of qualifiers to get into the annual Stupid Tetris Monthly Multi-Mode Championship that we have planned next summer. You threw both times on line out? Was that what killed you, line out? Yeah, so line out was basically the min out mode, which was start on level 18 and have the lowest score at transition. Blithering Tribe says, is Stupid Tetris Monthly always no next box? God, no. There are going to be different modes. There will be speed run modes. We might do, I don't know if we do min out again. That seems ridiculous, but we could do like a level 19 to 29 min out. That could be something challenging for today's generation of players. $29 min out? You think 19 min out is kind of free? I guess. I think Steele is doing his homework or something while he's also playing here. I think he's trying to, there must be some chat window or something that he's trying to keep open or something while he's playing. That's my guess. 58,000 for Steel, 37,000 for Mari. Mari about to get a Tetris. Do you think it should be silly Tetris Monthly? I feel like this is actually a very intelligent idea, says Piranha Plant. Well, it's just a name. Don't worry too much about it. Don't worry too much. Do you remember David Letterman? Of course you don't, because who would remember David Letterman? David Letterman used to have something called Stupid Pet Tricks, Stupid Human Tricks, and they were just, you know, kind of fun tricks that dogs and people could do. Like turning their eyelids inside out, or I don't know. You know, just dumb tricks that people could do. Well, that's what the name was inspired by. Stupid is such a mean word, says RXS. Not it's, you know, we're not calling you stupid. How's it stupid? I mean, how's it mean? We're not calling anyone stupid. It's just stupid tournament. I mean, it's not just stupid in itself. If I called, like, you know, like Kingsman stupid, that would be mean. If I, you know, called him stupid, right? It would also be accurate, but it would also be mean, and that's why I don't do that. But calling a tournament stupid, that's not mean. 95,000 for Seal, 88,000 for Mari. If you want to, you know, if you want to go on YouTube and just type in stupid pet tricks or stupid human tricks, and you can watch for hours. 101 for Mari, 108 for Steel. Yeah, I mean, just have fun with the name. It's not a big deal. Mari gonna take that triple. Not interested in getting super risky and, you know, kind of holding out forever for a long bar. So just take that triple. It's a wise thing to do. Steel now is long bar dependent, gets the bar in the middle, uncovers the right side where there is a Tetris well waiting. And thank you to Hence Thus with the Prime sub. Beta Strep with the raid, 18 viewers. Thank you, Beta Strep. Appreciate that. Been a long time. Excuse me. So appreciate both of those. $121 for Mari, $125 for Steel. Mari 10 lines ahead and has pushdown points. Oh, Steel with the adjustment to take the triple. The stack was getting high, so I think pretty wise adjustment for Steel. And Longbar gets over Tetris. And you can see how the players, you know, when the stack gets high, they kind of pre-commit to a placement based on maybe it being like, you know, a handful of pieces that it, you know, that might be in the majority that it might fit. But it's one of those minority pieces that kind of they weren't exactly planning for, then they can adjust it, right? So, you know, a long bar, you know, you might be willing to move 6 out of 7 pieces to the left, but if it's a long bar, you want it to the right. So you kind of pre-load it. You start moving it already to the left and then adjust it over to the right. That's what you sort of have to do in this mode. Is like pre-commit. So Mari into level 10 at 130. Steel with a great game right now, 168 through 97. Do players enjoy this mode, says Tom J. Not at all. They look how miserable they are. They do not enjoy it, and yet they are playing it. All right, level 11 for Mari. And level 11 is the same speed as level 12. Tetris for Steel, 182. He's into level 10 with a 22,000 point lead. A little under 2 Tetris lead. Tetris is on 10, worth 13,200. All right, there's a triple for Steel. Tetris for Mari, a critical Tetris. Now, level 12 is the last level at this speed, and then it's going to transition to level 13, which is the same speed as level 15. So Mari going to try to eke out a Tetris or two before that transition happens. This is really tough to do, but no, just going to take a triple, actually, 183. Steel is in good shape right now, though. Ooh, kind of puts additional weight over that right side. All right, oh, beautiful L piece for Steel. And Steel is Tetris ready on level 11. Mari is Tetris ready, and he does not want this board to get too high. So there's a Tetris into level 13. The speed is increased. It's the same speed as level 15. There'll be 30 lines available of this speed. Pieces drop 1 row every 4 frames. Mari is actually set up for a Tetris, 6,000 points behind, and now scrambling and waiting on the bar. Oh no, blocks the well just as the bar comes. So Mari going to try really hard to uncover this, but what can you actually do? Some amazing placements. And rolling does help in this mode, but it is not the kind. Oh no, that is going to be a top out for Mari at 206. Our taco bracket champion is out of stupid Tetris Monthly. No next box. And Steel, you are in. Yeah, we're not going to change the name, guys. So you're just going to pretend you're a 90s kid and it's okay to say mean things and everybody laughs at it and accepts it and thinks it's okay. So just channel your inner 90s kid. All right. Congratulations, Steel. You have done well. Mari, you did amazing, and I love commentating over you, so hopefully you'll be back for more stupid Tetris Monthly in months to come. Steel, congratulations on what, as far as I know, is your first competitive victory. We are going to now reset this whole thing. We're going to bring... Oh, I don't know what... Oh, Mari. Oh, yeah, Mari, you've got the banner. Mari, I've got another banner for you if you want it. Mari has got the banner. Mari, if I do come to Space City, I will bring the other banner, and I'll give you a chance to win it if I go. So congratulations. Oh, let me promote what Mari's doing, by the way. Give me 1 sec. Let me find out where that is. Here it is. Mari is going to be hosting, along with Sharky, organizing the Space City Regional. It is a month from now. It's at the University of Houston in Houston, Texas. There is a QR code on your screen right now. Jupiter is going to be there. The actual planet will be there. As you can see, Jupiter is going to be there. So pretty excited for that. Space City Regional, University of Houston. Scan the QR code. August 16th through the 17th. Go there. Join the Discord. That QR code takes you to the Discord. All right, we're going to set up our next matchup. So bear with me while I do that. Steel, stick around. Mari, you can hang out if you want, but you're not allowed to play anymore. That's how it works. All right, just adjusting cams here. I'll be just getting this all set up, and then we will start our next one. Is this 14? That is 14. Ah, there we go. And then I just got to adjust the other cam. Where is that other? I wish there was a button to just lock all other ones. That would be great. All right, we'll adjust Steel's cam on the right side when Steel is back. And it's round 2, right? All right, let me get Steel's cam set up. All right, there we go. Feeling good. There's Steel. All right, players, you can do this one warm up here, and then after this warm up, you can start warming up on 18. Both of these players warming up on 18. What the heck? This is actually crazy. Rolling. So you can see rolling. I'm curious, Ella, did you like wear out the black sticker on the front of your controller, or did you peel it off, or did you take it off? I'm curious when I see that if like it just wore it out or peeled it off to get more see, that's your printed case. Oh my god, that is, you are so illegal. You are banned from all competition. We'll never allow you. Hey, this is my message, CTWC. Allow players to 3D print cases, okay? Come on. It's enough. Like, really. As long as they pretty much look like NES controllers, who cares? Like, really. All right, players, when you're ready, go to the menu. It's going to be level 9. Make sure your next box are turned off. Got to have a dimension guideline. Yeah, just make it like not more than, I don't know, 10 or 12% bigger than the original one, you know, in any dimension. I don't know, just something. All right, you are ready. All right, go back to the level select screen, Ella. And we can get this underway. Okay, well, it is round 2, Stupid Tetris Monthly, no next box championship. And very excited to have this matchup here in round 2. Let us go ahead and get them started, and then we will introduce our players in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Your hot take is bigger buttons aren't a problem. Well, on the left side of your screen is a CTM legend. EFLAT7, aka Ella, is a 3-time Masters event winner. There are very few people that have won the Masters event 3 times. And you probably know all of their names if you've been around here the last couple of years. But, you know, we do have players who are like, you know, huge back in the day. And Ella is one of those players. Ella has not played in a monthly Masters event since, like, in a monthly, like a Masters, since January of 2021. Now, she has played in like Challengers and Stupid Tetris Monthly and Mega Masters, but in our monthly Masters event, Ella's last appearance was in early 2021. And yet she's a 3-time master event champion, winning in September of 2020, March of 2020, and December of 2019. Took out Nenu, Poet, and BV in the finals of those events. 17,000 here for Ella. Now, the other notable thing to know about Ella is that in our Stupid Tetris Monthly multi-mode annual championships back in the day, Ella was in the finals of both of them. Hydrant Dude won the first one, and oh no, Ella is going to top out, and Steel is good in game number 1. All right, the rust being shaken off by Ella right now. Where are the bars for real? Well, you can't just wait for bars, you know. Ella, I can't imagine Ella complaining about RNG. Actually, yes, I can. Anyway, all right. When you're ready, players, just go back to the level select screen and we'll get you started. And you can signal ready and we will get you ready. And we will start you. Okay, looks like both players are ready. We're going to count them down. Game number 2. Kind of a quick exit for Ella in game 1. Looking to tie it up here. Steel up 1-0. So yeah, Ella in 2020 made it to the finals of Stupid Tetris Monthly, which was really an annual tournament that was multi-mode. It had no next box and speed run and minimum transition modes, and it had some B-type modes. It had like a lot of modes that people could choose from, and they would sort of counter pick these modes and so forth. And so Hydrant Dude was the winner of the first one, defeated Ella in those finals. Scotto Bozo was the winner of the second one in 2021 and defeated Ella in the finals of that one. So a high Tetris IQ for Ella. Ella, of course, a Canadian. So if you want to add someone to your list of Canadians, there's a Canadian who's just living out in the open as a Canadian. 25,000 for Ella, 24,000 for Steel. Ella also was in CTWC in the gold bracket in 2020 through 2022. Played in the Montreal event last year, Columbus WPL in 2023. And maybe most notably, and maybe her proudest achievement, winning the Classic Tetris Brawl event in December of 2020. 40,000 for Ella, 38,000 for Steel. Steel here with a tough board because he's kind of LJ dependent twice. And that long bar does not resolve the dependency at all. And now he's 3 times LJ dependent. So he's just going to start filling in stuff here. That's a great J piece to help downstack. Now line dependent on the left side. This is a tough board. And now he's really in kind of like guess mode, gamble mode. The real key to success in this mode at this speed is to keep it low and burn when you can. But still in really tough spot here. Really could use a long bar. That would be a dirty Tetris. And that is 54,000 for Steel, 69,000 and a Tetris for Ella, 81,000. Wheels McCoy with the tier 1 sub, 10 months. Thank you so much. That came from Tacnerus as a gift sub. Appreciate that. 81,000 for Ella, 55,000 for Steel. Now, back in the day, those Stupid Tetris Monthly, again, were multi-mode annual championships. Now we're doing them more or less as a mostly monthly, concentrating on a single mode each month. And then at the, next summer, The high finishers, we haven't determined exactly how it's going to work, but the high finishers in the monthlies will be invited to play and earn top spots, or at least a spot in the championship. And there'll also be ways to get into the championship as well without having played throughout the year, but I don't know what that's going to be. 61,000 for Steel, 108 for Ella, who is long bar dependent and now J dependent on the left side. The long bar gets over with the rolling, and Ella has opened up a dirty triple setup. And now is line dependent on the right side, and the line gets over. And that is a great J piece, 2 great pieces in a row for Ella to open up a Tetris well on the right side and to bring this stack back down and into some semblance of order. Steel's competing in Classic Tetris bi-weekly. So Steel is set up in the center for a Tetris. And center well Tetris for Steel. 89,000 for him, 142 for Ella. I remember playing, I think we played Codenames with Ella and Eric and K9, watching Tetris and a few other people. Played some board games over at Montreal, played a little Codenames and maybe one other thing. That was a good time. It's really hard to play Codenames cross-generationally because, like, they don't, you know, they don't have references. All their references are from like anime. 179 from EFLAT, 105 from Steel. Like they don't anime and Rick and Morty and like that's pretty much it. $183. Ella gets a long bar over for a Tetris. $196. Another Tetris. Ella is into level 10. So anyway, it's really good to see Ella back in the fold. Again, she'll pop up every once in a while, Mega Masters this, or in Challengers, Futures, whatever. But, maybe, I get her in Mega Masters and that's it. So it's good to have her back in another mode, or in another tournament format. And it's great to have Steel, who really all I know is a chatter. So that's what I love about these different tournament formats. You just get a different player mix. Players returning, of course, other championship, other Masters champions returning this month for Tap Masters, like Brodendamp and Joseph Saley and Corion Brodendamp coming out of the woodwork, and that's what I love. I mean, those were, listen. The stuff going on right now is more insane than anything. But, those first few initial years that I was doing CTM, I mean, those are particularly special for me. So it's really fun to see these players coming back from that time period. 147 for Steel, 271 for Ella. Ella is ahead, though, by 26 lines. So Ella now into level 13, which is the same as 15. And then at 16, it'll go up again. 305 for Ella. Now, Ella's qualifier was a 406 and a 323 to average out at 365. All right, Steele into level 11. Long bar gets over. Tetris for Steele, 181, and he is so far behind right now. Ella just playing amazingly flat and smart, just keeping it low and manageable. And it's got a great pace right now. Just 11 lines until that level 16 speed increase. Ella gets another Tetris 348. It is best of 5, yes. Thank goodness. All right, S flat there for E flat. And another Tetris for Ella, 368, 200,000 for Steele. Wait, I'm just realizing I don't know what no next box means. It means the players cannot see the next piece. The pieces are coming in totally by surprise. You don't know which it is. All right, still taking the next flat with a T. Ella with a 409, and she has now exceeded her top score in her qualifier. Level 16, so difficult. Long bar gets over Tetris 430. I have no idea what Steele is going to be able to do, but and a Tetris for Steele, and another long bar gets over. Just very lucky. And Ella's still playing on 17 at 435. And that stack starting to climb for Ella. And that is going to be a top out for Ella at 437. Steele, your chase down target is 438. And yeah, that is not going to happen. So, all right, Ella going to tie it up. And I think that might be, is that our highest scoring individual game of like individual player game so far? I think so. Yeah, that's no problem. Guys, we're going to take a break. Steele, if you want to get up and take a break, go right ahead. I will be back myself. Let's go ahead and we'll put up the brackets. That's the Tap Masters bracket, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Why is that showing? That should not be what that is showing. Hold on. Let me fix this, actually. While we're here, I'll just fix this. That should not be that. So Masters should be STM, right? Okay. And then we'll fix the top part. Okay, so this should be fixed. There you go. It is now fixed. Honestly, I thought I fixed it before. Let me just check something here. The DM. Yeah, I have this all mixed up. This is like all 100% mixed up. The Tap Masters has the no next box, the no next. Oh, for God's sakes. In a normal month, this doesn't happen. All right, so this is Tap Masters. Let me fix the other one. Okay, so that should be good now. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, now we're good. All right, so we are good. When you are ready, we can start. It's up to you. Ready, ready, ready. Okay. So players, just go back to the level select screen when you're ready. Oh, Corian in chat, Wallbant, Maitre Witien, everybody is here. Hello, Corian. We'll be playing with you in about 26 hours, which I'm very excited about. All right, both players are on Tetris. That's good. And as soon as they indicate ready, we'll get them started. And they are in what was once a best of 5, now a best of 3. Ella versus Steel for a top 16 spots. Game number 3. Now, the winner of this will, if my computer would work, yes, you will see Corey on a CTM stream in 26 hours. The winner of this will feed into a match against the only player who I've heard call this mode fun, and that's Fractal. So that is a very tough opponent. That's our 3rd seed. And that will, of course, be a top 16 match that happens later in the month. All right, Steel is working 1 row off the bottom. He's already got a Tetris. Tetris is on level 9, are worth 12,000 points. All right, there's a dirty Tetris Steel. We'll see how long he stays up here. All right, everybody over on YouTube, relax. I don't know what's going on over on YouTube, but YouTube, relax. $31,000 for Steel, $65,000 for EFLAT. You can't wait to hear Vandy commentate in 4 hours? Oh, God. Yeah. I can't wait to hear me either. 77,000 for EVO. But, no rest for Tetris. This Tetris has to happen. We can't wait around. We can't go, oh, nobody can commentate, or who is going to stream it? I don't know. Who's it going to be? I'm just streaming everything. I'm available pretty much 24/7. All right, 56,000 for Steel. Little delayed burn setup here. That's going to work out. Get the T. Resolve that long bar over. Tetris Steel, 68,000. Yeah, we do have one more stupid stream. Oh, Ella is up high on the board. Gets a long bar over for a Tetris. And another long bar over. Wait, is there any other tournament that starts in level 9? No, not anymore. But, yeah, you give this a shot. You give this a shot at a higher level. 81,000 for Steel, 117 for Ella. Am I muted? No, I'm not muted. All right, still going to take that nice triple. Still got a burn here that he can take. And a Tetris for Steel, 97,141 for Ella. And Ella is playing up higher on the board, and I think that accounts for the difference in their lines. course, Ella's got that, I know, has the ability to roll. Of course, Steel is a tapper. But overall, you can see Ella maybe playing a little bit more confidently up top of the board. S-spin for Ella. How wide is the frame window on that S-spin on level 9? Ella's board getting up pretty high. She's going to take a triple, open up the well again. And yeah, we're getting droughted, and droughts are so bad in this because once you get that board up high enough, you got to start guessing. 172 for Ella, 133 for Steel. Steel is line dependent. Column 3, 4 rows up. And just trying to not make this really any worse. And Steel getting droughted. Okay. Could use an L, gets a really good L to open up that long bar dependency. Where is the bar? Give this man the bar. And yeah, this is a drought and a half. Oh, and there's the bar, of course. Total troll job. Opens it up again. The long bar goes in. That's going to knock it down for a double. Not out of the woods yet. 137 for Steel. Still digging. Ella with a covered right side well, 1 row off the bottom. All right, Steel making progress. Ella going to transition into level 10 in 2 lines with a fairly high board, so she's going to take a triple. And Steel with a nice long bar. And Steel really just 2 pieces away from digging out of this. Needs a 3 flat bottom kind of piece right there, but okay, opens up that right side. Now has burns here, so Steel can take some burns. And none of those pieces are going to help burn. All right, that one's going to be a good triple. That'll help bring it down. 148 for Steel. Long bar over Tetris. An amazing survival for Steel. Very, very good dig from Steel. A good adjustment there to try to get one away from a Tetris setup. Steel now set up for a Tetris, gets a well-timed bar and gets a Tetris. So 172 for Steel, 239 for Ella. Ella's board back down low and flat and waiting for a bar. Ella now into level 12. 9 lines to go into that level 13 speed increase. And there's a long bar over for a Tetris, 258. There's one Steel. He's into level 10. It was a very impressive dig. Cole Bucket says that was an impressive dig. It was. It doesn't look like it because it's level 9. But really, I implore all of you who have never played this mode, if you play Tetris at all, put some reps in at no next box. Especially if you want to quit Tetris. That'll make you quit very quickly. Oh, kind of double flip there for Ella. Now she's going to be double long bar dependent. So, fills that in and gets a long bar. So now a decent stack here for Ella. 281. There's a nice triple for Steel. 203. Ella ahead by about, 65,000 points. All right, Ella knocking this down. 16 more lines at this speed level for Ella. Steel is set up for a Tetris on 11 and rings that bar over to the right side and gets a Tetris 247. He's back by 40,000 points. Ella taking a skim here. Long bar over Tetris. Ella into 15 at 306. We've already seen her get deep into level 18 speed. And now she's 6 lines away from that speed. Level 16 about to hit. Tetris Ella 327. She's set up again for a Tetris. Here's one for Steel 267, back by 60,000. Also 35, 36, something like lines in hand for Steel. And now we're into level 16. A Tetris gets over for Ella, 349. We'll see what she's going to do here. Is she just going to try to line out and get whatever she can get? There's a nice T-spin for Ella. Tetris for Steel, 284. Kind of overshift with that L piece for Ella. Going to complicate things, but going to fill in that that right side. Sorry, the right. $357 for Ella. The board starting to climb, and now she's having to make a lot more guesses and flick pieces over so quickly. The Tetris for Steel, 309. That's going to be a top out for Ella at 358. The target for Steel is 359. He's about to hit level 15. Tetris is there worth 19,200. So he's about 2 Tetrises behind on level 15. And somehow he's got to figure out a way to bring this down. Okay, good piece here. All right, opens up the right side, and it's actually set up for a dirty Tetris. Can he get a bar? The long bar gets over for a Tetris, 332. And he's basically a Tetris and change away. He's still, a Tetris is here worth about 20,000. So one Tetris alone will not be enough, but he's about to hit level 16. And he's in level 16. This is level 18 speed, guys. And you can see why we don't start on level 18. Oh, he's got a down stacking here. What the heck? Oh my God, that T-piece. What? He's actually set up for a Tetris. He takes a triple 346. He's not going to wait for that Tetris. So right here, the triple is the Tetris. Needs to get to 359. What an effort here from Steel. There's a double 350. He's 13 lines away from level 19. He needs to get 8,000 points. Individual lines here were 700 or basically 680. He's doing what he can to eke out any points he possibly can. Oh no, that bar to the left. He's on level 18. What can he possibly do here? All you can do is guess and just hope to fit something over. And no, Steel is not going to get the Chasedown. A huge effort, though, from Steel. Heroic. No next box play on that level 18 speed. 354 is the score from Steel. And that exceeded his highest score in qualifying. His highest score in qualifying was 343. And he had a 343 and a 318 to get the 331. So he beat his qualifier right there. Oh, my word. But Ella is going to hang on and take a 2-1 lead. Still, if you need to take a moment, you guys can take a moment. No problem. I mean, what an effort from Steel. Might be the game of the tournament so far. Players going deep into 18 speed. Wait, why is that doing that? I just changed it. I don't understand. All right, this is... I literally just changed this. ME should be the same as NMB. So why is this doing this? It's fine over here. I don't understand. Sorry, I'm fixing the stream while we're here. And it's like undoing changes. I don't know why. I swear I fixed it. All right, that is the right one. Let me look at the TM one. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. All right, players. All right, we're still waiting for Steel to come back. Okay, that is good now. All right, as soon as both players indicate ready, we will begin. All right, I feel like Ella is ready, but hasn't indicated ready. Okay. All right, game number 4. Ella up 2 games to 1. Steel needs to win this one to force a deciding game number 5. How many line clears are we going to see on 19 in this whole tournament? No idea. I mean, not a lot. Oh, Ella, you've got your next box on. Ella, you've got your next box on. So we're going to restart this one, actually. We're going to restart this one. Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm setting up for easy Tetrises. No problem. We're going to restart this one, guys. And maybe that's good for Steel, actually. All right, good. All right, let's get this one started again quickly so we can get out of here. It's going to happen every stream. It's so hard not to do it. All right, you'll just type ready in chat, no problem. Okay. You can type ready in chat. That's fine. The thing is to do, don't rage quit out of your game or it's going to happen again. You have to let it top out. So I don't know if you rage quit or not. Do you want to just check, Ella, and see if you've got the next box turned off? Do you want to just check? I'm not 100%. All right, that's fine. Okay. She did. All right. I just want to be 100% sure. Okay. Looks like both players are ready, so let's go ahead. Steel CE is doing hover 3. I think that means ready. Does hover 3 mean ready? I think it does. All right, we're going to start. I think we're starting. Okay. All right, you're ready. If you're not ready, too bad. All right, it's game number 4 for real on God, no cap. Ella versus Steel. Steel looking to win this one to force a deciding game number 5. All right, no next box. Next box are turned off. Ella's next box was on, and she's just like, oh, I'm just easily stacking flat for Tetrises and getting them. No problem. Just, you know, and you don't realize you actually know what the piece is. Like, it's not, it doesn't register in your brain that you actually know what the next piece is. You're just playing Tetris. All right, Tetris number 2 for Ella. Still going to get his first one here of game number 4. Matcherino has not moved very much in the during this match. We do have 17 codes remaining. So if you can use the Matcherino command in chat, click on the link for the STM No Next Box tournament and head on over to Matcherino. It's a very simple login. You can use your existing Twitch or YouTube account to log in. You do not need to make a separate account for Matcherino. Get on over there and just click on the blue button that says claim code. That is free for you to do. It does not cost you anything. It is Matcherino says, hey, can this alleged, this supposed partner of ours get 50 people a month to go over and click a link, right? And if we can do that, well, they kick in 25 cents a click. Thank you, Tetris Jazz, for heeding the call. 16 left. All right, Tetris for Ella, 85,000. All right, more people redeeming the codes. Appreciate that. That was Omther479. Thank you, Omther. And Daniel Lumi, or Daniel Lum 12. 44,000 for Steel, 86,000 for Ella. There's nothing that drives home, you know, how little singles and doubles are worth relative to Tetris's than if you're like trying to chase down and no next box on 17 and 18 and you've got like a Tetris to go and you just can't get a Tetris. Like it's just impossible. And or it's very hard for you given your board state. And you just are trying to think you can do it before 19 with, you know, singles and doubles, and it's just like there's no points there. Shadow Knight says, why were people saying this is boring to watch? This is scary, low key. Yeah, I mean, you really, there's not a lot of room for error. I mean, this is more one for the players, you know, it's like if you play it, you understand. If you're just watching, you're like, it's just boring level 9 play. Why aren't these players, you know, what is so hard about this? Oh, Ella ripping that T over to the left and finding a bar to get a Tetris. And now starting to spire. And really, the other thing to avoid in this mode are spires that divide the board. Because so much of what you're doing here is kind of preloading or pre-moving pieces in one direction and then adjusting back. And if you've got a spire that divides your board, you are basically guessing. And it is so hard to do. There's a nice triple for Ella to help bring this down. Oh, Ella. Oh, no. Ella's kind of sold out here on this triple. Oh, could have gotten a long bar in there. So 136 is the top out. 137 is the chase down target for Steel. 137 is the chase down target. 137. Still, if you are screen looking, that third score on Ella's scoreboard is the chase down target. I do encourage players not to quit back to the level screen, just to keep it on the screen so their opponent can see. The line spin for Steel. You know he really wants it. The people want a decider. I'll tell you one thing. I know the players do not want a decider. They're just like, please, God, let me stop playing this as soon as possible. All right, there is a Tetris for Steel. 132. The target is 137. 137 is the target. And I just say it a couple extra times because of the quit out. And there is the Tetris, and Steel is going to take game number 4 and force the deciding game number 5. Is he reading chat? I'm not exactly sure what Steel is doing. Tom J said, is he reading chat or something? Yeah, I don't know. I think he's trying to keep a certain window because he's playing on emulator. So I think somehow he's trying to... I don't know. I'm not sure what you're doing with your other hand. It's like you're trying to keep a window open or something, or on your phone, or I'm really not sure. Yeah, I don't know, when you kind of move your hand off your keyboard and like moving it over to the, it's like you're trying to keep the window open or something on your mouse. I'm not sure what it is. Your hands are on the keyboard. Yo, no, I know what you mean. I know what you're saying. I'm not saying anything. It just feels like, oh, I moved my hand over to the, all right, I don't know what I'm talking about. All right. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just curious. Like, what was he doing? That's all. All right, when you're ready, go to the level select screen and we can get this underway. You must have a very big keyboard. Oh, it was the music on your phone. Got it. Okay, yeah, that's what I was asking about. Exactly. That's what I was asking about. All right. Well, as soon as you're ready, we can get this no next box decider underway so we can all chocolate rain. All right. Steel, are you not? Oh yeah, you are ready. Okay, looks like both players are ready. They're on Tetris. Tetris. Okay. This is the decider, guys. Ella or Steel is one of those people. They're moving on to the top 16. Let us get them started. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. The winner will face Fractal in the top 16, which sounds very scary to me. Like, I do not want to face Fractal in no next box because he enjoys it. He likes it. He's like, this is fun. Yeah, sicko. Thinref says sicko. You are correct. Fractal is a sicko. All right, Ella's already got one Tetris, and that right side is not my favorite, but Ella gonna try to, gets the little second effort on that long bar to get it over with the roll. And Ella using that long bar to get Tetris ready in column 9, and this is, a spire in the middle of the board for Ella. This is gonna be very difficult. We'll see what she can do to try to get her way out of this. And you can see what I'm talking about when you've got a spire dividing the board. All you can do is really guess. Very lucky guess on that J piece. And now it looks like Ella's evened up that board a little bit and opens up the right side. There's a great L piece to bring this down a couple of rows. Another couple of rows, uncovers the right side. That right side well is open. A long bar would just be very relieving right now. But she's going to have to block that well. 27,000 for Steel. 29,000 for Ella. And a long bar gets over for the Tetris. So Ella going to survive that scare pretty much. That errant T in the middle will cause a little bit of distress. But she's got a clean board now. V Quinn in chat says, I don't know how to feel. Ella's board on the left side is kind of a problem. And the bar, what? Oh no, the double flip of the bar. So I don't know what you do here. Oh no. I don't know what she's going to be able to do except to just guess correctly on something and just have quick recognition. Oh no, and that is going to be a top out for Ella. Kind of a disaster masters on the left for Ella. The right button on your controller stopped working. I don't know. Dropped input, says Ella. The controllers do be like that sometimes. But Steel is going to be the one moving on in his CTM Cinematic Universe debut. Was going to take this in a decider. Ella, it was great to see you. I hope we see you back in future iterations of Stupid Tetris Monthly or anything, really. Are you in Tap Masters? I don't think you are you? Anyway, I hope we see you in more stuff because you're always a delight. And I don't know, it makes me feel good when you're here. All right, Corian says GG's. All right, Steel. All right, Steel's going to just kind of relieve some stress by playing some Yes Next Box on 19. All right, let me go ahead and update the things here. Let's see. We had... I'm going to report these matches. We'll go ahead and take a look at Steel. Trying to feel like a real Tetris player again. Like, okay. I didn't report Steel and Mari. Was that 3-0? Or is that what was that? What was Steel versus Mari? I didn't report that. Does anyone remember? I think it was 3-0. Yeah, it was. Okay. And then it was a decider here for Steel in round 2. So I don't know. I'm very happy to promote Steel from, chatter to player. I mean, that's also another big moment here. Pretty excited about that. Let's go to the next match here. Report this one. Yeah, I mean, you can see, when you divide that board up, Ella almost topped out before her survival there, just with dividing that board with Aspire. So I think some of the players who are playing later in the month who've maybe just qualified and haven't played as competitively are going to get a little bit of the benefit of watching how some of these matches go down. Try to avoid some of those pitfalls. All right, we're going to show you our bracket. Here's Steel. Playing 19 as a tapper. Can no next box be abbreviated to Xbox? No, but we could call it Nixbox because we've nixed the box. I'm not going to do that. All right, we'll watch Steel play it out. Get this man in Tap Masters? Well, Tap Masters, it's already over. But it's playing well. So I guess it will not be another finals with Stupid in it with Ella, but she could come back for the annual championship, and that will be the real time that she can finish in second again. Because this is not the annual championship like it was the last time. All right, it's pretty good keyboard tapper. I had no idea. Steel's been holding out on us all. Oh, that's going to be tough. All right, congratulations, Steel. You've done well. We're moving on to that top 16. I'm going to show everybody the brackets. Where are we at? This is the top 32. I just fixed this. Why? It's undoing itself. I literally just fixed this. Didn't you see me fix this? Didn't you watch me fix this? I literally just fixed it. I'm going to have to restart this whole thing here. I don't know why this is doing this. All right, I'm copying STM, part of the URL, over to the 32-player one, okay? I'm fixing it right now. I don't know. I feel like someone's gaslighting me here. All right, well, there it is. I don't know why it keeps changing back. But there is the 32-player thing. We've got a result in the top 16. Fractal will be playing against Steel, and Shadow is going to be playing against Blue Scooty. So two big names have got their matchups, and we've still got 6 more brackets to go. Now we will have one more. We're gonna have one more tonight. That is gonna be at 11:59 tonight. So basically in 3 hours and change. It's gonna be the green preliminary. It's gonna be Ghost. Spectral Presence is Ghost versus Hepta. And the winner versus Zach, and this will feed into Pixel Andy. So that's what we're going to do in about 3 hours. Late night stream for your old pal, Vandy. You want a time command that outputs my local time? Oh, I'll figure out a way to do that. But yeah, all right. Now I'm going to just do a little thing here. I just fixed this. All right, it's fine. It's fine. What if I refresh it? What happens if I refresh it? Okay. What happens if I go here and back? I don't know. Now it's not changing back. Someone's gaslighting me. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, thanks to everybody who supported us this stream. Really appreciate that. And all your wonderful support. Semis and finals should be 12 starts. No way. I could see doing 10. One click ban. Thanks for the follow. Sage, Zoop, 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 RXS, Hence, Wheels. Thanks for the subs, Twitch raids. Beta Strap, Mari, and Evesy. Thank you for your support. Patrons, thank you for your support. I know I still got a few to add here. I'm going to try to do that in the intervening time between now and the next stream, but thank you for your support. Everybody on the screen, especially Scott Gray, Jay, Window, Kane, and Tacky, Corporal Shelby, Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Cat Kid, Mila. Go to patreon.com/monthly Tetris. We also had some contributions to the prize pool. Got us up to 75.84. We still got 12 claim codes left, folks. So please help us out by going over to use the battery command. Oh, excuse me, getting tired already. It's 8:44. I've been going to bed like between 9 and 10 a lot of nights, so this is actually kind of a late night for me. Anyway, thanks everybody for hanging out. Really appreciate that. YouTube, we will see you in a few hours. Have a great night. And everyone be nice to each other. Thanks, Mr. Brain and Mr. Burrow and Black Ops and Tom J and Sood and everybody else. Jungle, Mr. Pope's history class. Thanks for hanging out. See you in a couple hours. Bye-bye. Love you. All right, there's that. So happy you didn't crash out on 9 at all. All right, good job, Steel. Congratulations. I cannot remove Nextbox on my Tetris Gym with select button. Is there a trick? You might. There might be one version. There might be one Tetris Gym version that doesn't allow it. I think it's covered in the Discord. If you ask in the Discord or look around, if you just look up like Gym Select, or I don't know, if you do a search, I think there was one version that doesn't work right. So I don't know if you're on a hard. If you're on a cart, you'll update it. Yeah, just always have the latest one. So, all right. Take care, everybody. We'll find a raid target for y'all. We'll see you in a few hours. Whoops. And I don't know who this person is, but I'm going to raid him. Have a great night. I don't know anything about this person, so if they're monkas, then just leave. See you in a bit. Bye-bye.